Hello students, as you all know that in our 11th and 12th class writing portion we have a very important topic named letter writing, and today in this video we will discuss about the format of business letter. So as you all know, the format of the letter is very easy. First of all, we have to write down the word sender's address, and then we have to skip a line, then date, then skip a line again, then address, and then skip a line again, and then we have to write down the subject. The subject should be in 4 to 5 words, and then after skipping one line we have to write down the word salutation, for example sir or man, and after skipping one more line we have to start the content of our letter. In the very first line, what you have to write, we have to write down the introduction about ourselves and the purpose of writing our letter, and then detail of the topic. It should be detail of the topic, and that means about what we are writing the letter, and then it should be very to the point and specific. Then concluding, and that means we have to end our letter with particular words. Then complimentary closing, that means thank you and your name and then designation. Okay, so in this video we are discussing, as you know, that we are discussing about the business letter, and in our syllabus we have 4 types of business letter. And number 1, inquiry letter, then placing an order, and then cancelling the order, and after that complaints and suggestions. So in this video we will discuss how to write the letter to inquiry. Okay, when we are first of all we should know about when we are writing a letter to inquiry. When we are, what is the meaning of inquiry? First, inquiry, we have 2 types of word. The one is started with I, and the second one started with E. There is no much difference between the both of the words. First, the inquiry means that we are asking a kind of question for something, and the word which is started with I, it means we are investigate about something. Clear? So there is no much difference between, in the both way we are collecting the details about something. Okay, so both the words can be there in your question paper, so don't to worry about that E and I is there. The word is inquiry, and that the same is enquiry. Okay, so we get the information about some goods, that means किसी चीज़ के बारे में, about some course and any other product. That's why we are writing the letter to inquiry. Okay, and most important things, it is very formal. So in this letter we are not allowed to use some kind of emotions, and we are not allowed to show you our feelings, and it should be very to the point. Okay, now let's discuss about the format of this letter. First of all, we have to write down the address, home address, the receiver's, as you know, that's in the very starting we have to write down the sender's address. So how we will write the sender's address? The sender as your whole house number, and then your colony name and your city. Clear? Address and city. Then we have to skip one line. We have to write the date. The date word, date word, should not be added in this. We have to write date as like this. For example, today is 8th April 2020. Okay, and then in the business letter we have to write down the word manager. Okay, first of all, as you all know this, as you know that in the previous classes you have written about the letter to editor. Correct. And in the very starting, what you are writing, the about the person to whom you are writing the letter. You are not writing the name of that person. We are writing the designation of that person to whom we are writing, and who is responsible for the letter. Clear? So in the business letter, most important, most of the time we will use the word the manager. If we are writing about some kind of company, if we are writing about some kind of business element, so we will write the manager. But but if the letter belongs to some kind of selling and purchasing of some products, then we will write the sales manager. Clear? And if the things are about some kind of educational elements, educational group of or institute, then we'll write the word the director. I think you are getting the point. And then XYZ, your company name, and then city. Then we have to skip one line, subject. And if we are writing inquiry letter, then we have to write inquiry about. The rest of the things about which we are writing, the starting word will be inquiry about. Clear? And then again skip a line, then sir, madam, you can say salutation, then line. Okay, how we'll write the content? In the very first line we have to give a particular reason why we are writing a letter to him. Clear? In the very first line we have to write a reason why we are write a letter to him, or you can say that anyone gives suggestions about them, about him to write a letter. Okay, then next about the product whom you want to, which you want to inquire about. That means about which thing you are want to inquire, you have to write in the second line. Then third, you have to tell the detail what kind of information you want to get from that them. Clear? And then please send the details as soon as possible. In some way we can say the maximum 4 lines or 5 lines or maximum 6 lines are there in your business letter. Clear? Then thank you and your. Now let's discuss with the help of a question. Let's revise it. So the question is, you are Suman and Suraj of G45 Jagatpuri, Delhi. You are interested in doing a short term course in computer programming during your summer vacation. Write a letter to the director, Computer World, Lakshmi Nagar, Delhi, inquiring about the durations and terms and conditions for admission. Clear? So this is your question. Now let's get to know how we write this letter. G45 Jagatpuri, Delhi. This is your address. Clear? So whenever you are, जो भी एड्रेस यू आर के बाद होगा वो आपका एड्रेस होगा, और वो आप लिखेंगे किसमें, रिसीवर्स एड्रेस में. एज लाइक जैसे लिखा हुआ यू आर सुमन और सूरज, आपको इसमें नाम नहीं लिखना है. देयर इज नो नीड टू राइट डाउन योर नेम, यू जस्ट हैव टू राइट डाउन योर एड्रेस इन द वेरी स्टार्टिंग. Clear? After that we have to skip one line and then we are writing the date. I think you are clear with this. Okay, next, the director. As I told you earlier that if we are discussing about some kind of educational and these kind of courses, what will the word we are writing, the director. Clear? देन अब यहाँ पे सीधा दिया हुआ है, सीधा यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है. सो यहाँ पे एक तरह से हमें व्हाट वी हैव टू डू, वी हैव टू जस्ट कॉपी पेस्ट द डायरेक्टर, कंप्यूटर वर्ल्ड, लक्ष्मी नगर, Delhi. So everything is completely given to the question paper and we have just, what we are doing, we just copy paste. Clear? Director, computer world, Lakshmi Nagar, Delhi. Keep that things, the both the address are somewhere given in your question paper. Write a letter to के बाद जो एड्रेस है वो आपका आ जाएगा रिसीवर्स एड्रेस में. यू आर के बाद जो एड्रेस होगा वो आपका आ जाएगा सेंडर्स एड्रेस में. क्लियर? डेट इज़ ऑलरेडी देयर. सब्जेक्ट हमें पहले ही पता होता है, वो क्वेश्चन को देख कर पता चल जाता है कि हमें करना क्या है. देखो लिखा हुआ इंक्वायरी अबाउट द ड्यूरेशन एंड टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन ऑफ योर एडमिशन. सो इंक्वायरी अबाउट कंप्यूटर प्रोग्रामिंग कोर्स. क्लियर? This will be your subject. And then salutation sir and ma'am. There is no need to write down the respected over here because in business letter and something there is no need to show some kind of feelings of yours. Okay, so as we discussed earlier that give a particular reason why you decide to write a letter, or you can say the introduce you and the purpose of your writing. Clear? So what is there, I have seen the advertisement in the Hindustan Times dated. मतलब आपने एक रीज़न यहाँ पे दे दिया कि आपने एक एडवर्टीजमेंट देखा था इनका एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट रीज़न यू डिसाइड टू राइट अ लेटर टू देम. कब देखा था? 2 April 2020 रिगार्डिंग अ कोर्स इन कंप्यूटर प्रोग्रामिंग. क्लियर है? सो इन द दिस लाइन यू आर समवेयर टेलिंग द रीज़न वाई यू डिसाइडेड टू राइट अ लेटर टू देम. क्लियर? सो एज फार एज, अब यहाँ पे आपको अपने बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन देनी है कि वट यू वॉन्ट टू नो, दैट मीन्स अबाउट विच यू आर वॉन्ट टू कंसर्न. क्लियर? सो एज फार एज माई क्वालिफिकेशन इज कंसिडर्ड, आई हैव पास्ड 10th class and now I am looking for a short term computer courses during my summer vacation. That means you are giving a reason why you are writing a letter and what you are asking for. So जैसे मैंने पहले भी बताया था कि in the very first line give a particular reason, और second line में क्या करना है आपको, you want to inquire about, किस चीज़ के बारे में आपको inquire करना है वो आपको बताना है. ठीक है? So यहाँ पे है, so I'm so keen to pursue a course, but before that I would like to know the following details with रिस्पेक्ट टू दिस कोर्स. मतलब जो भी कोर्स है आपको क्या चीज़ की, किस चीज़ की इंक्वायरी करनी है, यू वांट टू टेल इट टू them. So this kind of list you want to you have to maintain. आपको एक लिस्ट बताने की क्या क्या चीज़ें आपको इन्फॉर्मेशन चाहिए किस किस तरह की. So you have to maintain a list for that. Okay, so after getting this information I can conclude, that means after that you are भाई इन सब के डिटेल्स के बाद मुझे मैं जान लूँगा कि मुझे क्या चाहिए क्या नहीं. सो प्लीज़ ये लास्ट लाइन है, ये ऑलमोस्ट सब में बिल्कुल सेम आएगी. इट कैन बी, यू कैन से इट कैन बी अ काइंड ऑफ कॉमन लाइन. आई होप you will provide me all the information as soon as possible. Thank you. Clear hai? So these kind of list you have to write down what kind of information you want to get about that particular thing, or what kind of inquiry, what kind of things you want to know. So it's a duration of course, charges, whether that certificate will be issued or not, and you can pay the maximum 3 or 4 list you have to maintain in this. Clear? I hope you understand how to write the letter, and if you have any doubt you can ask me by sending your letter. Clear? Okay.